Jay is spot.
Ask him about the tarp.
Well, they were well built.
What we found out in Helene was that it seems to be just the coastal properties that were affected. If you notice coming in here, the rest of the island or in Helene, everything was fine until you got to Tarpon Center Drive, which is the front of our building between the intercoastal and the Gulf of Mexico. And we had taken on all that sand. Our pool was completely filled with sand. It really wasn't a big wind and rain event. It was more of a surge event. We emptied the pool. It was all prepped. Last Monday they were supposed to start refurbishing the pool, and then we start hearing about the storm that was coming. So we didn't have much time to prepare. We did what we could, and now we're back, and Milton bought, further damage because it reflooded everything that was already flooded, bought all the sand back on our property that we removed, and also did some catastrophic wind damage, ripped off many roofs, and blew out a lot of windows that caused more damage inside. I mean, listen, it's the price you pay to live in paradise. That's the tagline I always use. I mean, if you want to live here with this view, beautiful sunsets, be able to go out on your boat, enjoy what we offer, what South Florida has to offer, you have to be willing to accept that these storms are going to come. It's not if, it's just when. Whether you get lucky and another one doesn't come for 100 years or 150, or it could be here next week. For what I'm hearing, there's 2 storms that are out there now projected. We could be going through this, a third time, which would be, the odds of that would be astronomical.
Helene, we watched because we stayed here, and you could see the water bumping up against the walls of the house and then going down the stairwell that's here and going into the pool area. And we knew it was low tide, and there wasn't a whole lot of wind with it. I want to say less than 60-mile-an-hour winds with Helene, but the tidal surge was huge, so we were only watching the surge. And
Waves are powerful.
yeah, and that was one we stayed for. The next one, when they said the surge could get up to 12 feet, we said, nah, we're not going to stay. You come here 10 days ago and you see what you see, and you came here today, you see what you see. You wouldn't be able to tell the difference, except in this one the roof came off. That's about the only difference. The winds were a little bit more than in Helene, but not that much more. But living here, it's a very sturdy building, well structured. We don't worry about rain and we don't worry about wind damage, but tidal surge, that's a whole different animal.
You know, we cleaned up as best we could, taking a boat back and forth for 5 days to get to the island, and cleaned up as best we could, and then we had to leave again this past Monday, because of the Hurricane Milton on its way.
I do have a question for you. I was explaining in the last house we were at. I am part colorblind.
Oh, the tail of the baby broke.
Okay,
Right here somewhere.
well, yes, I would say that, and I would say that Helene, there were still people who rode that one out here, because, you know, people get conditioned that, oh, it's not going to hit me, whatever. So that's where the sand, I say, was up to here.
Right.
That was all around the whole house. But after that, and people are like, okay, you know, it can do some serious damage, which was more than they anticipated here when we, like I said, all the sand everywhere. And when they saw Milton coming with high winds now, direct hit, they're like, we're out of here. So everybody, we're done, we're out of here.
There's another book right there. So my friends from Colorado own a few homes out here, and we were good friends back in Colorado. We just moved 6 months ago, and they just had posted pictures of the devastation, and I just reached out and asked how I could help, and they said bring a shovel. Mother Nature, I just, you know, there's really no way to describe it. I mean, it is what it is, and you roll with the punches. Community is the best part, though. Everybody helping each other.
Total destruction. Total destruction. This is in chaos. This was, as you can see it, you know, you couldn't see through this lower floor. This was all walled in. So as you can see, the walls are on the floor. All this was a garage door right there where you're standing, and this was all walled in. Now it's all open. There was no walls. You couldn't see the canal through this. It's all walled in. Now there is nothing. Oh yeah, the structure next door is ours also, and actually I bought it a few years ago just to protect this investment, so nobody would come and plant a big, huge, humongous house there and take our view away from the bay, and that house is totally demolished. It was a nice, quiet neighborhood and to live in. You know, we like the view, we like fishing. It was a very nice neighborhood. But now, after this experience, you have to put things in perspective and see, you know, if it's worth it or not. The future, I don't know. If this is something that is going to repeat itself, but it's one event that happens every 10, 20 years. Who knows?